Welcome, everyone, to episode 28 of the Unintentional Journeyman. In this episode, we'll be looking at our latest results with Hampton and Richmond. We'll take a look at the table. We've got our match of the month against 6th place Merthyr Town. And then I think we'll end the episode with a little bit of talk about what we'll do after this, because the FM20 beta came out a couple days ago, so I'm kind of interested in that, and have that loaded up and have been exploring a couple of options with that. So with that in mind, let's get going. If you're new to the series, we're managing our second season now with Hampton and Richmond. We sit, if we look at the table, we are still in 3rd place. Sitting behind Eastbourne, who in our last episode we tragically lost to 3-2 in a devastating last few minutes goal there that we just couldn't overcome. At that point, we fell 8 points behind them. We did close to within 6 points, but we've just drawn our last match, which they have won, and so we're back to 8 points. We've played 31 matches, so there's 11 matches left to go. Trying to close in on this first place team. The next tier, really, of goodness is if we could finish 2nd or 3rd, because that would guarantee us a bye in the first round of the promotional playoffs. And then, of course, the 3rd tier of goodness would be just to make the playoffs. We have put a little bit of space here. There's about 8 points now between 3rd place and 8th place, so that's looking good. And, of course, today's match against 6th place Merthyr is a big one, because if they win, they will catch up to us in points at least, and that would put our kind of playoff hopes in a little bit more of a perilous situation, as well as probably drifting us farther away from Eastbourne and Woking, who are still in front of us. A victory, however, could kind of help us close up some of that distance. And kind of thinking with 8 points down with 11 matches left to go, there's plenty of time to catch them. But with the form that they're in, I mean, they're pretty consistently winning. Woking is on fire. With the form that the team's in front of, we really can't afford to lose more games, so we'd have to probably play at a pretty red-hot pace to kind of catch up to them there. Let's dig in, take a quick look at results, and then we'll head right to our match of the month. We followed, here is our 3-2 loss against Eastbourne. We followed that up with 2 solid wins in the Vanarama South against Kingstonian and then Poole, 4-1 and 3-0. Kind of commanding performances there. We then played the FA Trophy Cup 3rd round match against Wrexham. Again, this is they are in the division in the league above us in the Vanarama National League. They beat us pretty handily, I'd say, but we did have a good number of shots. It was a fairly good showing. It was a competitive match, which made me think that if we were to get promoted, we'd obviously have to prove some of our players, but we could maybe have a chance up there. I think on a given day, that match actually, maybe we could have drawn them. And we played our last match, a kind of disappointing 0-0 tie against Maidstone, who sits in 5th place. So we did kind of hold ground against them, if you would. But that did cause us to fall back to Eastbourne a little bit. So, kind of mixed results, but overall 2 wins and a draw in league play. So that's good for us. But, it's not really making it promising that we're going to close that gap. But let's see if we can close that gap, because today we are ready to play Merthyr here. And if we could get a nice victory there, we will probably improve our chances a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about our lineup. Pretty much what you've seen before. I just want to highlight a couple of names. Ashley Seal has played very well out on the left-hand side. He has been starting pretty much every game that he can. We've only got about 1 match a week now, so it's getting harder to get some of these kind of second-tier players enough playing time. So I'm hopeful that we don't have a lot of grumbling here in the last couple of months, but we'll do the best we can. Starting at strikers will be both Lambius and Kelly. However, our new striker, Tommy Wood, is finally getting a little bit closer to match condition. He's down 74% here, still not quite there, but I am going to start to try to bring him in towards the latter parts of matches. Normally I've been subbing in Carl Keane, but he has been kind of having mixed results lately. So hopefully this might actually be Wood's. I don't believe I've played him yet. This might be his premiere, his debut, should we be able to get him in. Other than that, pretty much people you know, and I maybe mention them as we go through the game. And so let's dig right in and ready to submit this and start our match here. Okay, let's go to the dressing room, set opposing instructions. As always, we'll ask our assistant. They are in a 4-4-2. Let us press on the outside here. Let's outside mids and defenders. That should be good. And let's go back and have a team talk. These are getting fairly consistent now here. Let's see what we've got here. The media have been praising you lately, but don't let that put pressure on your performance. That's an interesting one. I don't think I've seen that. Whoa, Merthyr have won 4 of their last 5 games. Perform our best, we can deny them. I don't think it's a good idea to talk to the team about how good the other team is, unless we're worried about complacency. Let's just go with something. Let's give the fans something to cheer for. Everybody's listening. Barden and Catton get pretty excited about that, but let's use our... There's a lot more to come from you, and I completely believe you've got what it takes. That makes everybody happy except for Benny Ashley Seal, which is... that's good enough, I suppose. Okay, let's kick off. Pretty excited for today's match. This should be a good one. Hopefully we'll get some good, exciting highlights. And Kelly starts it off. A pitch back to Bailey. Looks like the weather's fairly nice. I forgot to check it. Brent gets trapped a little bit in the corner there. And we are back to looking at our numbers. No shots yet. Things kind of... Oh, early yellow for Balogun. That's a little bit disappointing. I think I want to go in now, and there must be a quicker way to do this. I want to go in and do... It feels like a lot of buttons to have them ease off tackles. I feel like there must be a quicker way that I just don't know about. Uh-oh, early corner for them. Short corner. Barden with the save, but he spills the rebound. Now we got it. Good. Ashley Seal has done this a number of times in recent games, where he, kind of in a defensive role, he just takes the ball and then runs all the way down. Oh, that fell nicely to Evans. What's he going to do with it? Recycle it to Balogun. I thought we might get a better highlight on our end after that. Okay. Nice. Another steal. Evans with the steal. Evans does that as well here, too. So Ashley Seal seems to get the ball quite a bit. Oh, that fell so nice. Oh, that was so fortunate. Kelly with his 13th goal of the season, assisted by Benny Ashley Seal. And we go up early in the 12th minute. We have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. That was completely lucky. I don't think he was intending that at all in that direction. I think he was going out here towards our right winger. But we'll take it. Let's praise them. Ashley Seal and Kelly. Finish out. That's a good start for us. I was a little concerned in our last match that it was a 0-0 draw, even though we did have a lot of shots, that it seems like after you stick with... I'm kind of wondering if we're getting to that point where you stick to the same tactic and then they just kind of shut it down. And so you have to kind of change plans on this. Whoa. That's a little bit nerve-wracking. So if that does seem, if our offense does consistently sputter in the next 2 matches, I think I'm going to shift back to that 4-2-3-1 instead of the 4-2-4 that we're using. What kind of a gesture is that by the ref? We have a lot of room on the right side. Oh, nice save, Barton. Wondering about his position there. This is a pretty tight match here. I wonder if... We seem to play a lot better when we're positive, and I think in a 4-2-4 formation, when we've got high defensive line and a high attacking line, getting on the front foot tends to keep the ball in the other team's end more and seems to make us play better. But we were pressing all the outside people, but we'll take it. It's pretty even so far. 4 shots to 3 shots. We just had that one fortunate break that's got us in front. I'd like to see our offense continue to be prolific here. The last match was a 0-0 draw. The 2 regional ones before that, league ones before that, were good. But then the FA Trophy Cup game, that's a little bit of an exceptional match because we're playing the league above us. We didn't score. So we haven't scored in the last 2 games up until this 1 goal by Kelly here. So hopefully our offense will kind of keep scoring here. Okay, let's stop that babblage. Played well so far, but there's room for... We've got to guard against complacency now. Don't think the job is done. Yep, that's good. A lot more to come for you. Believe you've got what it takes. Keep just praising these young kids. Wow, there's just a lot of green here now. I feel like everything's green. Okay, end teams talk. Oh, good. We got the walk through walls one. I'm not sure which one of those emotional responses is the best one. It's like walking through walls the best, or is the inspired one the best? Not sure. Evans with the free kick. Yes! Kelly is offsides. That felt like he was offsides, didn't it? But, oh yeah, he's way offsides. Oh, he didn't need to be either. If he had waited, he still would have had time to break in on that. All right, nice steal. That was well done. Kelly, finish. Oh, not a very strong finish there. Shades of last year when we used to do that all the time, basically. We would just constantly hit the ball right to the goalkeeper on those clear-cut chances. That didn't even register for a clear-cut chance for us. Although we're starting to rack up a number of good shots here. Again, maybe that positive front foot has helped us out here. Oh, these are threatening. Good. Pelican, move. Good, do something good with it. Not that. It's not good at all. Why are we double teaming? He's going to shoot it and score. Sometimes you can just feel it. One all here. Disappointing, to say the least. Where's that was Balogun. Fell down in the middle. What is he? What is Balogun doing? Okay. Life moves on. Deal with it. Tactics. 60 minutes to bring in a substitution. Kelly's played well, but he did miss that sitter. I'm tempted to bring in Wood, though, to give him some time. We kind of need to do that. Robinson struggled out on the right side, though, at a 6.5. Brunt is playing well in the middle. Evans has a yellow card. That would be a possibility, but I feel like thinking. I really want to get Wood into some games here. So let's bring Wood in as a target man. Attack. Advance forward attack. Have everybody attack? It's a lot of attacking. Let's support for that. Okay. Not sure if that makes sense. I feel like target man should be on support, but he's a little bit better at attacking. So, Okay. Brunt picks it up, streaking down the middle of the field. Passes off to Lambias. Lambias passes to nobody in particular, and it comes back the other way. Balogun recovers, recycles. Let's go, boys. Let's get one. Still plenty of time here. Kind of encouraged by our passing. I think we have one of the highest percentages, this is interesting, of passing in the league. It's a lot of work for nothing. Okay, Evans, you can do this. Ooh, nice steal. We seem to be stealing the ball a lot this game, which is good. Some nice tackles to get the ball away. We're outshooting them 12-6. I feel like we should be doing better. Okay. Garrido. This is interesting. Brunt. Evans. Brunt. Robinson. Very tentative here. Brunt. Oh, what a rocket from Ashley Seal, and we're in front. I like it. Wow, I think he broke the keeper's hand with that one. 5th goal of the season, assisted by Brunt. Let's praise everybody. He does have, I think he has a characteristic that is one of those shoots like a cannon or whatever it is, or shoots really hard or something. And I think maybe that's what happens when you have that characteristic. Robinson has not improved on the right-hand side. I could bring in Yeboah out there. I could bring in Murray to refresh Brunt, or I could bring Martin in. I'm a little bit hesitant to bring Martin in because I think he's not in very good match fitness, and Evans is playing pretty well, even though he's got a yellow card. Let's just sit on it for another couple minutes. Sorry for the lack of excitement here. Okay. I think up 2-1, 15 minutes to go. I'm also curious, when we're in possession, when is it too early to start time wasting? I feel like the last 10 minutes is good, but I'm not really sure. But we can slow down a little bit anyway. Now, 10 minutes left. I think we can really slow down. Let's try to nurse this one home. I think we can, yeah. Let's bring in Yeboah and see what he can do. Asamuga is injured, and that's why he's not kind of in the substitute bench. If you're used to that name from some of our other, from other matches, he got gashed his leg open, I think in the Eastbourne Bar match. Oh, that was a pretty disappointing shot. Was that Wood that shot that? Okay, 5 minutes to go. We could do one more substitution. Let's wait until we get the time, the extra time amount. And should come up now. Oh, 5 minutes. Yikes, that's a lot of extra time. Let's bring in Murray for Brunt, because he's got fresh legs. From the sub, we're frequently wasting time. I think we're set the way we want. I still want to stay positive, even then, just because I think it keeps the ball down their end more. We seem to do pretty well when we do that. This is interesting. Oh, Wood's got a foot on it. Okay, that was respectable for a first touch. We'll take a corner and slow it down. Really nice to pick up this victory. This would be a nice win for us. 3 minutes to go. Come on, Murray. I hope. Sometimes I've noticed that the set pieces break. Yes! Ashley Seal to Lambius, and we're up 3-1. That should seal the deal. Let's praise them. Ashley Seal having a good day. He's got an assist and a goal. We've kind of put 3 goals in the net, so I feel like our offense might be doing okay here. That should. I mean, we got this, right? They can't. Wow, it's 96 minutes. Okay. Interesting. Some back and forth. Looks somewhat dangerous. And there it is. Excellent. We'll take it. Big win for us. I think, and deservedly so. We had 15 shots. They had 6 shots. Let's see what the 442 reporter Wayne McCrory says. I must admit that I personally had this one down as a draw. Still, I've been proven wrong, and Hampton and Richmond will come away with the result they will be delighted with. All in all, I think that was good. I don't know how Wood performed, our new striker. It didn't really seem to stand out in any ways, but for the most part, we'll take it. I think he's probably still got to kind of get into some match sharpness there. But 15 shots to 6, we got better chances. Yeah, I think no complaints. Let's go talk to the team here. Let's go. I'm very pleased. Everybody's delighted. Anybody in particular? Ashley Seal would be very good too. You did well out there. And then so did Lambius. Lambius picked up a goal. Lambius, by the way, I wonder where he is in the goal race, because I think he was 2 or 3 behind the top player, and who seemed to have been kind of calming down there. So I wonder if he's getting closer to being the league leading scorer. I don't think he's here. I think our offense might be there. It might be worth just a little quick check here, but let me just. I'm just going to talk to everybody for a second. And let's end our team talk. The players are fired up. Excellent. I'm kind of curious. I just want to check quickly on the goal leaders, because Matt Lambias might be. I think he was tied for second a little while ago, but I think he might be. Do I have to kind of process this result here? Quality of possession. Okay, yep. Ashley Seal gets the man of the match, and well-deserved. He was superb out in front of goal. We'll do that. That's fine. Good. And let's leave that for a second. Let's see. Let's check the standings here first. That's probably the most important thing. Team before individual, right? Why is it so slow? Okay, league table. So what happened? Oh, very nice. Eastbourne Borough loses. We're closing in. Now, Woking is on fire still. They've won at least 5 in a row, at least the last 5 matches that we can see. But Eastbourne Borough picks up their first loss in a while, and the gap closes. So with 10 matches to go, we're 5 points off the pace. What a big win. And how we've opened up a 10-point lead now in the playoff zone. So the playoffs are starting to feel like a little bit more of a, I hate to use the word certainty, and I won't use that word, but looking pretty good. And it's first place. We just chopped off 3 points of that 8-point lead. So that's good. And let's just take a quick look and see where we are on, how do we do this? Competitions. This is another one I'm not quite sure of the fastest way to get there. I think I probably could have done it that way. Stats, player detailed, attacking, goals. So Danny Williams from Oxford City has 19. Matt Lambius now in second place by himself with 17 goals. So he's 2 goals off of the league leader pace. Let's go, Matt. Come on. You can do it. Nice. Excellent. So there you go. There we have it. I'll be back. Let's take a quick look at the schedule, and I'll kind of mention when I'll be back for our next match of the month. And then I think I'll just take a minute or so now and talk a little bit what I'm kind of thinking to do for the next, with the kind of the release of FM20. So we've got 10 matches to go. I'll probably come back for Weldstone, 15th place. But there's kind of a big one here. Boreham Wood is 9th. They're pretty high. Lewes is 21st. Bath is 5th. But I don't want to just play one match and come back. That would be silly. So it's true. So we'll come back probably for the Boreham Wood one. So we'll play 3 matches, come back for that, and that's going to leave 6 matches to go. And then I'll probably come back and add, we'll have a match of the month in April. And then if we make the playoffs, we'll have an extra episode and do the playoffs as a special kind of thing until we lose or get promoted type of thing. But that takes us to the end of the core for today's episode and talking about Hampton and Richmond. I did want to take a moment and talk a little bit about the beta release and of FM20. I've got it loaded. I'm thinking to do what's called it's a diffuse challenge, which is for the next save with FM20. And that's basically where you kind of do what we're doing right now, except you take a team that's newly promoted to the Vanarama National South or North Leagues and try to take them all the way to the top. And you can only leave it if you get fired. And I'm thinking that might be pretty fun. I tried some sims where I was able to start the campaign up and then go on holiday until the end of the first season when you get 4 newly promoted teams to the Vanarama Regional Leagues. And then if you apply for those with Sunday manager experience and no badges, you still usually get those jobs in FM20. So if that's the case, I'm thinking that might be the approach, to let the first season play through and then latch on to one of those teams that's gotten newly promoted. Try to take them as far as we possibly can. If we get fired early on, I'll probably drop down and try again, like I've done with this one. But if we go all the way up to like League 1 or something like that with a team, we have a really good run, and then get fired or get stuck and it just gets boring or something like that, I don't think I'll probably drop all the way back down and start over. I might go sideways and try to keep going up that way. So kind of a semi-diffuse challenge, if you would. That's the kind of current thinking right now. So with that in mind, what I'll probably do is finish this season and then we'll call it a wrap. So maybe get promoted. We'll see what happens. This has always been intended as kind of a pilot to see how this goes and see how I like it. And I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So I think I'm going to keep going and kind of keep trying to get better at it and keep enjoying it. It's been super fun to do. And that's the plan. That's the rough plan as we go forward. And FM20 will be out, I think, the 19th of November. And as I make this one now, it is the first week of November here. So probably finish up this series sometime in the first week of November. And I'm going to upgrade my computer, do that, kind of move all the files around, get FM20 running up nicely, and then probably launch right as the full version releases. I don't want to launch with the beta just because I understand they make some changes and things like that. And I don't think with a save that's going to go maybe 20, 25 years in the future, I don't want to risk having something kind of off with the beta. That's about it for today. I hope you had fun watching. A nice big win for us. Let's go Hampton and Richmond. Have fun playing FM 19 or 20, whichever one you're playing. And we'll be back for our March match of the month against Boreham Wood the next time we see you. So thanks for stopping by. If you do enjoy it, thumbs up, subscriptions are really good for helping get the videos in front of other people that haven't seen it, or even better, maybe tell your friends or tell someone else who plays Football Manager if you're enjoying it, to let them to share the news about this. And that's about it. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.